Seth, Janice, and Laurie each borrow $5,000 for 5 years at an annual nominal interest rate of 12% compounded semi-annually. Seth has interest accumulated over the 5 years and pays all the interest and principal in lump sum at the end of 5 years. Janice pays at the end of every 6-month period as it accrues, and the principal at the end of 5 years. Laurie pays a loan with 10 level payments at the end of every 6-month period. Calculate the amount of interest paid on all 3 loans. So let's first focus on Seth. Seth just pays everything at the end of 5 years. So it's compound interest. So I to the 2, because it's nominal compounded semi-annually, it's 12%, that's given. And so the amount formula would be principal times 1 plus I2 by 2 power 2t, the basic formula for compound interest. And the time is 5 years, and we are interested in the total interest of all the 3. So the interest for Seth will be the amount he pays at the end of 5 years minus the principal, because the difference between what he pays and the principal has to be the interest. So 5,000, 1 plus 0.12 by 2 power 2 times 5, that's the amount, and then you subtract the principal, which is 5,000, and that comes out to be 3954.24. So that's the amount of interest that Seth pays over the 5 years. Now Janice, we are told, pays interest as soon as it becomes due every 6 months. So she is paying interest always on the original principal of 5,000, because she's never letting it accumulate. She pays the interest as soon as it becomes due, and the interest becomes due every 6 months. And the 6-month effective rate, J, will be I2 by 2. So that's 0.12 by 2, that's 0.06. So basically, her interest every 6 months, which she pays, would be 5,000 times this 6-month effective rate. So 5,000 times 0.06 is 300. So there are 10 semi-annual periods in the 5 years, and her total interest over the 5 years will thus be 10 times 300, because each of her interest payment is 300. So her total interest is 3,000. And now Laurie pays 10 level payments X at the end of every 6 months, right? Laurie pays 10 level payments at the end of every 6 months. So Laurie pays it according to annuity immediate. So J is 0.05 as we calculated above, the effective rate for each 6-month period, and N will be the number of 6-month periods, which in this case would be 10, since there are 5 years. So there'll be 10 6-month periods in 5 years. And the basic formula is present value equals X1 minus 1 plus J to the negative N over J. And present value is 5,000, because that's what the loan was. And X is, we will find out X. X is the level payments. We are told that she pays 10 level payments, but we don't know what those payments are. So that will be the step to calculate these level payments. So they come out to be 679.34. And since there are 10 of these, so the total payment that she makes is 10 times 679.34 equals 6,793.4. So that's what she pays over 5 years. And if we subtract the principal from it, we get the amount of interest she pays. So the principal was 5,000. She'll subtract that from her total 5-year payments, and that comes out to be 793.4. So now we have the interests of all the 3. We add them, and that comes out to be 8748, and that was choice D.